Welcome back to the Nerdcore Podcast, the podcast reviews of movies and talks that nerd shit. This is episode 465, and it is your review of Yasujiro Ozu. Good morning, and as always, it is hosted by the Nerd Chicano himself and my wonderful co-host, Young Yoda.
Sup, everybody. Been a long time. I haven't seen Raul since
uh,
last year.
we're not even fucking around there.
I
I wish we were fucking around.
haven't talked or seen Raul since last year.
Yeah.
A
It's
lot
been
has
a bit.
happened. A
It's
lot
been
has
a
happened.
bit.
Yeah.
Um, I think there's some explaining to do, right, Brad?
Yeah. I mean, I think it falls on both our heads. The
um,
hiatus that happened in this.
this was not planned. I'll tell you this right now. It wasn't planned.
No.
Literally, we were just supposed to get done with the holidays and get on and get back on track. We were gonna just finish up what we were supposed to do for December of Ozu month, and we were supposed to what's it called, just be done. Um,
Yeah, it
yes, your
didn't happen.
boys are back. Your boys are back. Thank you, Kylie,
Glad
for
to be
being in
back.
here.
Thank you, Kylie.
Um, uh,
Back to bring joy and happiness, as this brings me joy and happiness right
yeah.
now.
I will go first. I will go ahead and explain my what's it called, my leave of absence at the moment. Um, so I came to my new place here in Chicago, Illinois. Um, and I contracted COVID-19, and I have been dealing with COVID-19 at the moment. When you're listening to this, it's been at least 9 or 10 days that I've been dealing with COVID. Um, and yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun
No,
at all.
no, I'm glad.
No,
I'm glad you're doing all right though.
yeah,
And it sort of like it took you 2 years to get it. So
yeah. And I got the fucking Transformer variant.
the Omicron.
Yeah. Um. So I've been dealing with that, and we were supposed to get on and stuff, and I was like, Brad, I can't do shit, man. I'm not feeling too hot, and I can't talk for more than a couple of minutes, and I was having this issue where I wasn't like being able to, like, hold what's called sustain amount of breath for like a couple of minutes until I had to take like deep breaths and stuff. So I haven't been able to actually be on the podcast in a while, but we're back and that's good. And then Brad, you want to say what you've been up to as of late?
uh, I've just been having a horrible time at it. Um, a few bad things happened. I backed my truck into a tree. That wasn't like I'm not hurt or anything. Truck's barely hurt. So that happened. I had a dog eat a shoe. And the number one reason I wasn't on is because I had to put my best boy Daryl down. So
Yeah.
it was
um,
time. He could no longer hold himself up, and he is sorely missed.
Yep, the official mascot of the Nerdcore always been. Remember, if you go back to like those first episodes, I always said that Daryl was the official mascot of the Nerdcore, and we're gonna miss him. But it was, what's it called? It's better. What's it called? Not suffering, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Uh, Kylie says, "Don't worry, you can make it up by watching Venom. Let there be carnage. It will re-symbiote you with the audience."
I have a comment to make, to not exactly to this, but I want to make this because it's funny, the day we put Daryl down, we went to the movies, like,
Yeah,
because I couldn't go back to my house. Like, we
yeah,
we tried, we went back to the house, and we were just depressed. It was weird. It was a weird feeling. So we went to the movies. Like, I had a gift card from like 3 years ago, like $40. It's just like it all kind of like fell into place, and it wasn't my favorite theater, but it was a theater, and
mm-hmm,
we went to see Spider Man. We went to see the new Spider Man.
yeah,
Um, and yeah, that was nice to have something to keep my mind off. But after that, I want to bring this up. After that, after watching all Spider Man, I went back and watched the Amazing Spider Man Part Two, which I never watched because everyone's like, "Oh, you don't want to watch it. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible." It wasn't horrible. It was
no,
like, no, like, and I don't know if it's just kind of like one of those things you like. I'm not going to spoil the Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man, but I'll say it's like, yeah, it's campy. But then you go back and you think, fucking Spider-Man's campy. Like,
Yeah.
and then you think like Spider-Man is the saddest fucking character in every movie ever. That's really what it comes down to. Is one of the most depressing superheroes. Like
Yeah.
everything about him.
Well, we'll be doing our Spider-Man No Way Home review hopefully this in a couple of weeks, this week or next week. I still have to work out the schedule because January did not work out the way that we wanted it to work out. So we're still trying to play catch up with the reviews from December that we didn't catch up with,
But
and
I did catch up on like Spider-Man and some other stuff.
mhm. Yep. Yeah, what's it called? I got Spider-Man done. I watched Matrix Resurrections, and
I
um,
watched that as well.
yeah,
I guess we won't state our opinion on that.
yeah.
I watched The Witcher, the second
Ooh,
season. I watched all that. Started the Book of Boba Fett.
yeah.
So
Still need to watch that.
I have just been like binging or trying to binge. What I even watched the fucking Harry Potter special. That's how deep I went. The
Like
20th
I ain't got shit
anniversary.
to do.
Like
I
I
need
was
to talk to
building
you.
fucking Legos and watching. I I, I mean like you don't realize like how much your life revolves around an animal until they're gone, and you're just like,
Thanks
I'll
for
go
calling me
build
an animal,
fucking
bro.
Legos.
But backing up a truck into a tree sounds like Raul going to Trader Joe's. Extremely white person
It was not my
move.
not my best moment. No, like that
Not
tree
at
just
all.
jumped out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Not my best moment, but like it could have been probably worse. Um, like the tailgate still comes down and shit. It's just it looks ugly.
yeah,
I'll eventually get it fixed. I'm not. I wasn't really in a hurry.
yeah. I didn't back up. What's it called? A truck into a tree. Don't worry, anybody. What's it called? That's still not something I've been doing.
No, because
But
if you were driving, there'd be far more questions.
yeah, yeah. But enjoying the new place, and I'm out here. Been watching a lot of movies. Um, so we'll have our, I'll update you guys. Today is, I'm not gonna lie. What's it called? We probably shouldn't be doing it right now. What's it called? But I wanted to test this out. I wanted to see if I'm okay to be at least 30 minutes on the mic, and if that's the case, what's it called? We should be able to do another episode on Thursday for you all, and then we'll just keep playing. Honestly, we'll just keep playing catch up
But
until we get done with our
if
stuff.
you see the 30-second thing pop up, just know we finally found a use for it.
Yeah, Raul needs to breathe.
Raul needs to
Raul,
breathe.
Raul needs to breathe. Um, so of course, without further ado, what's it called? This is our review of Good Morning, and we need to continue on with our month looking at the films of Yasujiro Ozu. So today we're doing a little bit of an unconventional, what's it called, approach to this because we're not reading the 2 sentence Wikipedia
From
article.
Wikipedia.
So Brad, without further ado, what's it called? 1959. That means there's no spoiler warning. So
No, but
let
I
us
did
know.
have a question before I get into this role. Are you looking at the criterion, like the image?
Yeah. I know
Yeah,
Discover.
yeah. With the drawing of the older brother and the younger brother.
Mhm.
Does the older brother not look like Luis a little bit?
Oh man. I mean, let me see. Luis, come and see this. Come and see this. Brad says that you look like this guy. He says you look like this guy. You're not.
Like, fuck no, I don't. What the fuck? Get your face out.
It doesn't look like that.
I don't look like that.
Well, now
No,
not with the longer hair now.
Really?
no,
But I
not
haven't
with
seen
the.
Luis in like a month.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Get to reading, Brad.
Okay.
Hey,
Good
motherfucker.
Morning by Yasuhiro Ozu. A lighthearted take on director Yasuhiro Ozu's perennial theme of the challenges intergenerational relationships. That's like a theme throughout this. Good Morning tells the story of two young boys who stop speaking in protest after their parents refuse to buy a television set. Ozu weaves a wealth of subtle gags through a family portrait as rich as those of his dramatic films, mocking the foibles of the adult world through the eyes of his child protagonist. Shot in stunning color and set in a suburb of Tokyo where housewives gossip about the neighbor's new washing machine and unemployed husbands look for work as door to door salesmen. This charming comedy refashions Ozu's own silent classic, I Was Born, but to gently satirize consumerism in post war Japan.
Yep.
And that's far better than what Wikipedia had. So,
Yeah, honestly, it just has like two sentences like this is a movie made by Yasuhiro Ozu.
let me go back to the Wikipedia and just like so what we got? We know director written by Kogo Noda, Yasuhiro Ozu, starring Kiji Sada, Yoshiko Kuga, Shishu Ryo, Kaneko Miyake. Cinematography by Yuharo Atsuda. Music by Toshiro Mayuzumi. 94 minutes runtime.
All right. So
Hello, Retro.
hello Rachel. Um so I mean right off the bat, um just wanted to go ahead and just throw a special shout out to the people who did the restoration on this cuz good god, is this
It was
great.
a pretty film. It was a beautiful film.
Fuck, man, this looks
Especially
beautiful.
that hill out there when they're standing on all that shit.
Oh yeah.
And some of the
Yeah.
framing in this just gorgeous in a way.
Gorgeous
Um,
restorative work, man.
yeah,
It looks so nice. And I mean, this is the first time I've ever seen the film, so I don't know what it used to look like, but I can imagine that this is a major improvement because it's still beautiful. They did such a great job on that. But it's kind of hard to what's it called talk about this film having what's it called watch the last two almost weeks and weeks ago.
yeah.
But I liked it. I
There's
like
like
this
a
movie.
there's a running theme just throughout all
Of
these films
farts,
of hey, this is the did you just say farts?
of farts, farts.
Farts. For that's the running theme through this film. But like the
Mm,
past like three films we've seen, it's like daily life of the Japanese
yeah.
in post-war Japan. That's basically what these films are. And far less compelling than say a Kurosawa's samurai epic for sure, but still a beautiful watch.
Yeah, it's definitely satire because it's like of course, around this time, right? What's the ideal family? Has the mother, father, what's it called?
The
Children,
kids, yeah,
and a TV, and a
and the TV.
TV.
And the
Yeah.
kids are just like those kids are rotten though. They are rotten shits.
Oh yeah,
They would
those
be
kids
getting
are
no TV
fucking.
from me. I'd be having the TV in my own room. I say, get the fuck out.
I think at one point I told my brother, man, these kids, this would be different if these were kids from Mexican. I
Maybe you
was
should
like,
remake this as like as the portrait of a Mexican family.
it would be such a short film, bro. After like 10 minutes, I'd be already rolling the credits. I've been rolling credits so fast,
Why
bro.
didn't we get a TV and just what?
Yeah. The thing is like you can't even say it's like, oh, this family can't afford the TV. That's not the case. This family just doesn't want the fucking TV.
No, because they knew their kids would just sit there in front of the damn thing. Although I will say, every time the little brother was on there, just doing this the whole
Yeah.
time, I fucking laughed my ass off. I'm just
Oh yeah,
like
that kid was adorable,
that
man. That
kid
kid's
was.
funny. Kid was funny. But
It's
the farts did it for me. Farts
but
the
the whole
farts were
treatment that would have not gone well at my house. I will say that.
yeah.
But I do love like they committed. Like they were like we're committing and they just silent treated everyone. They're like, well, like when the kid's like signing he needs money for school and the parents are just like we don't fucking know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
um but I really like the when they were in the school and they're basically told to read or told to like say something and they're just like nah
Nah. It's like
nah
I'm not
nah,
gonna
nah.
yeah, I'm just not gonna talk. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, and of course, it is a satirization of how like what's it called? And a lot of it seems to be about the post-war, consumerism that's coming
Yeah,
in. Like
there's a lot of
how,
like a lot of western like
yeah,
themes kind of pushing over because a lot of the houses look very like American style back in the
yeah,
50s and 60s.
Yeah. Of course, what's it called? Japan is just getting out of World War II. They're starting to like just like the last couple of films have stated, like they're starting to adopt, the Western, what's it called, the Western ideals of capitalism, and now they've, what's the most capitalist thing you can think of at the time? The big invention of the television. So you're like, these kids really want a television,
Hmm.
and instead of focusing on the fact that they have food on their table, they have a family that they can, they have an aunt that works with them, I mean, that lives with them, and they have a mother and a father, and their idea, their what's it called, their main fixation is on the television. We want to what's it
We
called,
want the
get that
TV.
big, what's it called, that big technological, uptick there, and then at the end, even then, when they get the TV, they're still like, hey, make sure the TV is ready when we're home. We want to watch TV.
I love how the dad in this film was from the previous film, and he's just drunk in both.
Oh yeah, just pretty much just drunk in
The
both.
same dude, just drunk in both. Um, I gotta say that had I been I guess the high school middle schooler in this,
Yeah.
yeah, I would not be focused on the TV. I would be focused on that teacher, that one teacher that was in there.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Um,
Respectfully,
yeah. But of course,
but
cinematography
yeah,
is
everybody
great.
needs a TV, I guess.
Everybody needs a TV, right? Everybody needs a TV. Um, but of course, cinematography is great. The editing, what's it called? The writing is fantastic as well. I just, a lot of these films, a lot of this one and Floating Weeds, having watched, Tokyo Story, these two never really like kind of match up to Tokyo Story for me.
They don't like. I don't know. It's just these films don't capture my attention, and it could be the Western mind frame of I need some action, yo.
Yeah, but
But this is just like this is the life of post-war Japan. That's really what it is. The
yeah.
day-to-day life of post-war Japan, and coming from a background where my favorite director is Akira Kurosawa, who makes epics of samurai movies. He makes epics of noir. He makes epics of epic of just action-packed stuff.
Hmm.
To go to this, and you're like, this is different. It's not bad, but it's different.
It's different. But I very appreciate, the
Oh,
artistry that goes
oh,
into
the
this.
artist,
I mean,
like the framing, like the framing this man does is beyond real. Like, and
mhm.
just some of the shots he gets, like the kids on the hill, even in the doorways and stuff. Just some of the framing and just you know beautiful cinematography going on.
Mhm. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, of course, I do like these movies, and I like them a lot, and I really I'm really appreciative of like the fact that we're able to experience some of these films. But you know, having now explored a lot of Japanese cinema, I'm like, oh man, like there's so much other stuff that kind of like you know
Captures the
stacks up
attention a
against us
little.
that's just better.
I
Um,
I am grateful that they did this in an hour and 34 minutes.
oh
I think
yeah.
that's what it was. Like that was a good runtime for this. Like had it gone
Hmm.
any longer, it might have been painful in some instance, but this was a good
Yeah.
runtime for this.
Yeah. But of course, having seen this as well now, I haven't seen it now. What's it called? I definitely see where a lot of the other filmmakers I've watched from Japan, where they get a lot of their influence. Like, you can really tell that Ozu has a really big influence within the Japanese cinema.
Yeah,
And
I mean, there's a lot of the nature shots, and that's the thing is Ozu comes from like he was doing films back in the 20s. So
old school,
so
yeah.
old school, which is cool to see, and then you get to see his newer kind of films like colorized, and you're like, huh, like he was still making films up to this day. He was probably like, I don't know, 70, 80, 90, however
Yeah,
long
if
he
man was
lived
still
to.
alive, he'd probably still be making movies.
Yeah, and you can tell like some of the framing, some of the natural shots in this, like that influenced Kurosawa, and
Hmm.
like it's just known. That's just a thing that you can look at this and you be like, yeah, Kurosawa was influenced by some of this framing going on.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Good Morning a a 8 out of 10. I like it. It's a good watch. It's a good watch, and it's a good one. I like the fart jokes.
The
But I
part joke.
really, yeah, the slice of life works a lot. I just what's it called? There just hasn't been anything that's been presented to me that's captivated me as much as like Tokyo Story did. from this movie.
No, no, I tend to agree. I forget what I give. I think I gave the last two films the same score, like 8 or 8.5.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a 7.5 out of 10.
All right, Brad. All right. So um, that's our review of Good Morning, and I am a tad bit underprepared here, my friend. So let me go ahead and see what's next. I believe our next one is Late Spring, because that's the last one that I chose. So I'm really sorry, y'all, for coughing in there. Um, but excuse me. Um, Late Spring is our next one. That's our last one, and then our Patreon mini is Equinox Flower. And Brad, do I sound okay?
Yes,
Okay, because I'm
you're
getting
good.
the one bar here
You're good. You're
on the
good.
screen.
Let's keep
All
going.
right. All right. So yeah, our next review will be Late Spring for Ozu. Brett, is there you got a what's it called D&D tomorrow?
What?
You got D&D tomorrow?
I don't believe so. No.
Hmm.
Haven't heard from Geo when we're supposed to start it up again. Our last session was kind of the last one before we could figure out a different time because
Hmm.
I think Geo and AK and some of the others they had some. I think Michelle too had stuff going on Wednesdays for classes and stuff.
All right. Samurai sounds cool to me. We'll drink water. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna drink some water right now. Or hot tea. It'll be good for your throat. Or drink it, yeah. I pretty much have recovered now. I don't feel anything else other than just the fucking coughing with the phlegm. That's it. But I appreciate you. And this is what we'll do. Have you already seen Late Spring Bread?
I don't believe so. No, I have not watched. I mean, I've watched The Matrix. I've watched Amazing Spider-Man. I've watched Witcher season two.
Yeah.
Like there are a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff we could talk about if you've seen it.
All right. Let's do tomorrow, my friends. Let's see if we can get on here and let's talk Matrix Resurrections.
Yeah, that
All
sounds
right.
like a good one.
All right. We'll talk Matrix Resurrections, and then on Thursday, time given, if we can, let's go ahead and talk what's called late spring. But if we haven't gotten to late spring by then, what's called, we'll be able to talk Spider-Man No Way Home
Let's just get the crew together and do Spider-Man No Way Home.
on Thursday.
Yeah, and then late spring, give me till Monday or Tuesday.
All right, guys, and then Friday, what's it called? I'll try to see if we can get some homies up in here for what's called Best of 2021. What's it called episode because we haven't done that too. So
Best moments.
yeah,
Aiden drunk on
the
his
best
birthday.
movies of 2021. But thank you all so much. I need to look at my Patreon here to see exactly what I've got going on because I haven't checked, and I need to check what's called who we've got as producers. Great, I'm not logged in. That's fucking awesome. So I'm just
How
gonna
about
go
how about we
ahead
just
and
do an overall thank you to the
thank
names
you
you
to
can
everybody,
remember or
executive
everybody? Yeah,
producers,
yeah.
associate producers, writers. You all are great.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure
Th-
Sarah's still our associate producer.
And
I'm sure that
Shane,
Shane is still our executive
yeah.
producer.
So
Um,
thank you all, and thank you for staying with us during
yeah,
the past few weeks or month. I don't even know what we're at.
yeah. And I'm sure that what's it called? I saw that Kylie, what's it called? You're back. So Kylie PLI, Twitter, Instagram, Rachel Lucky Peach V instead of a U. Uh, Brett, Tony is real. Everyone already dad on Twitter. All that wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
I need to go drink some water. But yes. Oh look, Teddy. Thank you for being here, Teddy.
Hey, being
But
here.
Ask Teddy if she can send me her friend code for Animal Crossing.
I'm recording something, motherfucker. Um, best moments was definitely when Brad talked about his whole video games.
I
Yeah,
mean, you know,
yeah, that was awesome. That you know what? I'm not entirely what's it called mad that was one of the last episodes of 2021 because that
that
was
was pretty fun. That's
that was a
that
fuck
that that was a highlight.
that was as
Um,
bad as we can get
by the way,
sometimes.
I've gotten like two more badges on the Pokemon card game for the Game Boy.
All right, Brad. Fuck off.
Making my way.
All right. Thank you all so much. Let's go keep up to date with everything that we do here on the Nerdcore by going to thenerdcore.com. And we'll see you all for tomorrow for our review of The Matrix Resurrections. And of course, Brad. What, Brad? What? Motherfucker,
What,
you know you
Luis?
can be on chat, right?
What, Luis?
Sammy, let me get your friend
Fuck
code for Adam.
off. Fuck off, man. God damn it, dude. All right. Brett, send him out.
All right, Raul. Thank you, been host as always. Thank to all our listeners out there, all our Patreon supporters. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you to all those who joined us in chat today. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are awesome. Thank you for waiting for us. We know it's been 2 or 3 weeks, I think, and we apologize. Life happens at you fast, but to end this, I'll just say let's make this a good year. Not just actually, let's make this a great year because the last 2 years have kind of sucked. So let's go for a good one. All right, Young Yoda out.